This video is on increasing the size of your C drive using the open source GParted tool. To get started, we're just going to show the Windows disk management utility, and you can get to that by just typing in disk mgmt.msc and pressing enter, or just searching for disk and select create and format hard disk partitions, which will take you to the same place. So the current disk is as its default installed. We've got a recovery partition at the end of the disk, and we can't increase the C drive because the recovery partition's in the way. So what we're going to do is expand the drive size and then move the recovery partition using GParted. To do that, we shut down our computer and wait for it to shut down properly. And then once that's no longer running, we go into our settings and we select our hard drive from the settings, and then we click in the field and Control A to select everything, and then Control C to make a copy of that hard drive location. Now the reason we're doing that is because this virtual machine has checkpoints and we want to get the correct current checkpoint to edit. Then we go into our disk editing utility and paste in our hard drive, and then we click next and we change to the expand option. Then we click next and configure the new size that we want our disk to be, and then finally we finish to change the size of the disk. Now what we now need to do is boot the virtual machine with a Linux operating system so we can use GParted. So in order to do that in a virtual machine, firstly we'd want to tell the virtual machine to boot from the DVD drive first. Then with Ubuntu, which is what I'm going to use, I turn off enable secure boot so it will boot from the ISO, and then finally go to the DVD drive section and select from a range of Ubuntu ISOs. I'm going to use the latest version that I've got available, which is 25.04, and it's the desktop one that you want, and then we go OK. Now once that's done, we can then start our virtual machine and boot to the default menu option, and then wait for that to boot up. Now once the Ubuntu ISO boots up, the first thing it will do is be in the installer wizard, so we just close that. Then we can go down to our show apps icon and then search for GParted. We need to accept the authentication dialog and pop-up to allow us to have root privileges in that application. And the first thing it warns us of, because we've increased the size of the physical disk, the GUID partition table now needs to be fixed to address those extra blocks. So we just choose fix, and then we can have a look at the layout of our partitions in GParted. Now this partition number 3, that's our C drive, and then this smaller partition is our Windows recovery environment, or Windows RE. So what we want to do is we want to move this partition number 4 to the end of the unallocated space to give ourselves room to expand our C drive. So we click on the recovery partition and then right mouse button and choose resize move, and we simply grab the slider and slide it all the way to the right, and then just choose the resize move button and go OK. Now once that's done, we need to apply those changes. So we click the apply all operations button and then click apply to make the changes permanent. Now once that's done, we can then shut down our virtual machine and then boot back into Windows to expand our C drive. So to boot back into Windows, we just reverse the changes that we've made, change it to boot straight from our default, and then boot using secure boot, and we don't need to change the DVD because it's already been ejected by the Ubuntu operating system. So we go OK now, and then we just click start and wait for it to boot to a Windows login screen. Enter our password, and once we have a desktop, we can either search for create and format hard disk partitions, or we can press Windows R and enter disk mgmt.msc to get the same window up. And now we can see that we've got unallocated space after our C drive, so we simply right click on our C drive and choose extend volume, and then accept the defaults to take up all the unallocated space, and then finish the wizard, and we now have an extended C drive, and we can grow and use more disk space as needed. So if this video is useful, like, comment or subscribe.